You can make this reversible satin slash Ankara bonnet in less than an hour, and this video is just to show you how. You're welcome to Kema Freak. My name is Kemi Omorugbe. First, you need an Ankara fabric of choice. You can also make use of any other colorful print, cotton, and then you need your satin. Start by folding this into 4. That's you're folding twice, right? And make sure that the square you are creating with your fold is at least about 12 inches, depending on the width you want. It can range from about 10 inches to 15 inches. I made use of 12 inches from the center of my fold. After marking round the square, I went ahead to highlight my arc right there. So I am cutting out this arc. This is inclusive of seam allowance, guys. The 12 inches I use is inclusive of seam allowance. So I went ahead and folded my satin fabric the same way and cut out the exact same size from the satin fabric. So this is what we have. This fold just helps you get a very circular piece like so, and we have the same thing for the satin. So first, place the right side of your print over the right side of your satin bonnet, of your satin fabric, and hold these two pieces together using your pins. Then go ahead and sew around the edges by half an inch, leaving about 3 inches open so that you can use that opening to turn it inside out after you're done sewing. Even if you don't have a sewing machine, you can actually make use of a hand needle and thread for this process. Because you just sew around a circle, it is compulsory for you to put notches. You can either make use of notches or you trim your allowance to the barest minimum, but make sure that you don't cut through the thread. So I decided to trim my allowances off. Next, go ahead and turn your piece inside out to reveal the knit side. Then go give this a very good press and fold in the allowances of the remaining 3 inches space you left there. Fold it inward as if you have sewn it inward. So go ahead, give it a good press. So after this, you're going to sew a second seam round this piece. This time you are top stitching on the right side, right? So you are top stitching by 1 inch. This is because we are going to be inserting a 1 inch wide elastic band. So you want to make it wide enough to accommodate the elastic band. So make sure it's 1 inch or 1/4, there about 1/8, just to leave a little bit of space for your elastic band to pull through. In order to know the width of the elastic band you need, you can just place this round your head like so, just to get the accurate measurement. But for this, I made use of about 22 inches long elastic band. So to insert the elastic band, you need to make use of a pin and just to hold that side and to make it firm. Then insert it into the 3 inches opening right there and pass it in between your two seams like so. So having done that, you pull out the two sides of the elastic band. Go ahead and sew these two together very firmly multiple times so that it doesn't pull off with age. After this step, you are almost done. The last thing you need to do is to close up your 3 inches wide opening right there and you can either top stitch with your sewing machine, or you make use of a hand needle and thread to create a lather stitch. I'll drop a link above and in the description box on how to make a ladder stitch. This is just to close this piece up very neatly, seamlessly, so that you barely notice it from the right side. But an alternative, like I mentioned, is to go ahead and sew on your sewing machine. Once you're done with this seam, pull your thread, knot it properly, and you are ready to go. Here's my finished hair bonnet. You can see how neat and how fast the sewing process is. This way you can make use of this bonnet both ways. Either you make use of the Ankara part or the print part, or you make use of the satin part. This is very good for protecting natural hairstyles so they don't lose moisture easily. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.